are the chairs that I've promised Sanj for the open day. She'll come down if she can have a chair.
What? She's having one of these?
Not having one, but like...
We need it on wheels then.
I said
We need to put little casters on it so it can move around. So she can roll around in there.
I said I'd... She was like, I'm going to go to the allotment, but have a good day, because she was like, I'll be in agony by the end of the day if I come down. And I was like, I'll get you a chair. And she was like, oh, okay.
Oh, it's such a... People are probably wondering why it's such a mess. Oh, I can't be arsed.
But...
Can't be arsed.
Because we're getting ready for our open day.
Actually, no. We want to say thank you for everyone for coming. Because thank you for coming today.
Thank you for coming today, yeah.
It was a great day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a really good
Loads
day.
of people turned
Sun
up.
was out. The curry was banging.
Yeah.
The samosas.
I hope it's not like
samosa.
everyone got food poisoning. It rained.
Oh, don't say that. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Yeah, but
God, that sun is directly
it's
in my
on
eyes.
GMC if the good thing, because they've organised it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, so if you're watching this, you probably saw... Well, some of you, if you're watching this, you'll have seen that we had our open day today.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously not today. We're actually recording this on the Friday.
Yeah.
Before the Monday.
At 10 to 8 in the morning, which is a first.
Yeah, it's a morning show, and that sun is directly in my eyes. We didn't think of that with positioning. And we've changed the location. Obviously, we didn't want to do it up in the cafeteria because...
I think we should do this more often.
I like it. Yeah, with cars in the
it's our
background.
space. We ain't got to mess around taking stuff back up.
Yeah,
Back downstairs.
Let us know what your thoughts are.
Yeah.
If you like it down here, if you like it upstairs.
And normally,
on the sofa.
if we did do it down here, normally we could just make it prettier, can't we? Like,
yeah, it's excuse the mess, just because. Yeah, we were here till about 11 last night.
Well, you was. I was
I was here till about 11 last night. It's now 10 to 8 in the morning. We got here, about half an hour ago.
Mm-hmm.
We're very tired. Very tired. Long day ahead. Obviously, if you're watching this, all this has already happened, which is weird. So, obviously, the 9/11 in the background, that's not yet finished, but that's been PPF'd. Obviously, you're still correcting the Alpha, which is been on display, which you've seen.
Yeah,
obviously.
if you're only listening to this, there's an Alfa Romeo. I don't know what it is.
Julia?
Behind us.
I need to ask Al exactly what it is.
Well, when I reg checked it, model not available. So it's an Alfa Romeo model not available.
It's a kit car. Al, you'll let us know. I'll ask you.
And then a 911, what is this? A GTS?
Yeah,
Carrera GTS.
992 GTS, which, one of the reasons we had the open day was to announce, and we'll announce it now, we're now offering paint protection film. So it's been a long time coming, hasn't it? Mm-hmm. I was getting asked years and years ago when paint protection film first came out, and I was never really sold on it. Whereas now, as the technology's got better and better and better, people have twisted my arm. If Neil's watching this, he'll understand. And then there's plenty others that have been...
Is he coming to the open day, do you reckon?
I'm not sure, to be fair. I might actually message him today. Yeah. Let's see if he'll come. But yeah, we've been asked for years now. And it's something I've dabbled with a little bit here or there. I thought, right, let's offer something out. So we've teamed up with Pro PPF, haven't we? Mm-hmm. Accredited with Pro PPF now. And we can wrap pretty much anything. So...
Tinted, coloured.
Yeah, you can't say coloured.
Oh, shit.
Eyes too early to laugh.
Can you get body colour, like, PPF? Or is it just like black?
I think there's... I looked through their colour swatch. And it is crazy the amount of colours you can get. And the finish as well. To be honest, you know my thoughts on carbon fibre. I love carbon fibre, but at the same time, I'm really iffy about it. But, seeing their actual carbon fibre PPF film, it's genuinely really good. I was looking at it like, that's... Unless you're...
It doesn't look like hydro-dipped, like...
No. It almost looks like don't be wrong, if you really inspect it,
Yeah.
it doesn't quite have the, you know, when you look at carbon fibre, it's got like that 3D.
Yeah, you can see the weave, can't you?
You can,
under
yeah,
it.
you can see the weave.
And how thick the resin is.
With this film, it's almost got that, but not quite. So from a distance, and I want to say a distance, like a foot, 2 foot away,
you still can't
you
tell.
probably wouldn't be able to tell. Like the eagle-eyed would be able to, obviously.
Yeah.
But if you've got it applied to your car, no one's going to know, really, unless you really inspect it. But yeah, really good stuff. But yeah, so we're now offering PPF, everything from, well, we can do tiny little bits, B pillars, as everyone knows, piano black B
scratched
pillars are a nightmare. So we can PPF that. We can do a front end. So this one's had the track pack. So front end, wing mirrors, side skirts, etc. But yeah, the pricing will be available on our website. And if you're interested, just give us a shout. But yeah, so obviously we've got a few cars being displayed.
9 in total.
And if you were at the open day and you noticed, oh, this isn't right, you know, oh, the Alpha's got a couple of scratches still in it, oh, there's a couple of bubbles still in that, it's because we've probably not quite got them finished.
There's going to be a few things probably still work in
Yeah,
progress.
a lot of them are work in progress. So if you're watching this and did go to the open day and thought, oh, that wasn't quite, it's because we were up till whatever time trying to get everything else done. We've still, in fact, you can probably see the floor. The floor, we've not painted this yet.
Yeah,
So
if
if you're at the open day,
that side's done.
yeah. So behind the camera is actually like pristine. This isn't yet, but it will be tonight, won't it? Well, I hope so. But
it should be done.
yeah, it should be done. It should be done. But yeah.
Anyway, is there anything you want to talk about other than the
Life.
open day?
The sun is blinding me. Oh, I need a cap.
I can't tell if you can see me or not.
Now I can. Now I can see her there. I can't. I can see my eyelashes. Yeah, that's it. Mine's gone blank.
I got a dog.
Yeah.
Not yet, but I.
So we've got a new
2
member
weeks- 2 weeks
to
today,
the ATD
actually.
family.
2 weeks today we go.
Is it really?
Yeah, 2 weeks today of recording, so 2 weeks on this Friday.
Your life's going to change.
I know, yeah.
If for the good, for the better.
Yeah. I remember because we did an episode, didn't we? Just me and you, quite a while ago now, where we were talking about dogs and then dogs in films, maybe.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Because I was telling you to watch The Art of Racing in the Rain.
Yeah.
I wanna see if there is anyone that actually watched that film after I recommended
listening
it.
to the, yeah.
Because I've not spoke to anyone about it.
Because I did put clips of like the cover and stuff like that, just so people might find it easier to find it or whatever. But I've still not watched it myself.
You need to watch
We
it.
were like, I was at Soraya's one day and we were just looking for something to watch, and that was on there on like Prime or somewhere like that, and I was just like, do you want to watch it? And she was like, yeah, go on then. And I was just like, I'm gonna cry.
Sometimes you've got to feel the emotions. I say to P a lot of the time, you know, when it comes to like I want to watch Molly and Me again.
Yeah.
Or like just
I've only ever watched that once, and that was when it came out, and I was just like,
yeah.
I have no reason to watch this again.
I really want to watch it, and it's like random films like that. Like I'm trying to think.
Has P seen it? Molly.
Yeah. She's seen it, and again, she vowed never to
It's
watch
got,
it. Again.
Is it Owen Wilson?
Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, it's a weird one. I like watching emotional films.
I do.
Just for that release.
Yeah.
You know, what were we talking about the other? Will Smith. There was a period where obviously there was Pursuit of Happiness.
He just did like
Yeah.
heartfelt films.
What was the other one?
I feel like that's kind of all he's done for a while now, because he did that one with about the Williams.
Oh yeah, I've still
Sisters.
not watched that.
Was it called something King Richard?
King Richard. Yeah.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
And that was kind of.
Is that emotional?
I think it probably does go there in certain parts. So obviously, it's him trying to train his daughter. Well, get his daughters to
But Pursuit of Happiness, and what was the other one? There was another one.
Is a Pursuit of Happiness where like him and his son?
Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
his
okay.
actual son, Jaden.
Yeah.
Where he's trying to basically make a living.
Yeah, he's
Sound
like,
like I said loving, make a living. That's not right, is it? No, he's trying to make a living, and he's trying to sell. He's these print. What are they? It's some sort of device. A GPs or doctors would use.
okay.
I can't remember what it was now.
But that's the true story, isn't it? Like that
It's
guy.
based on a true story,
Yeah,
yeah. Because you see the guy right at the end,
Okay.
the actual, like the guy.
The maddest thing is, like, as much as I know he was trying to provide for like his son and stuff like that, but there's that scene where they sleep on the bathroom floor in like some
In the
public
subway.
toilet.
Yeah.
So like, he'd get your kid taken off you.
That was real life, yeah. Well,
What if
it was real life?
It was
but
real
this
life.
is
Obviously, they
back
didn't know
then.
that it was happening. So.
Yeah, this is back then in New York. Maybe it's based. I can't remember, but yeah, like when it comes to films like that, I like to just.
Yeah.
I know they're gonna probably make me sob,
Yeah.
but I like the release of emotion.
See, I have
I
this-
don't know if that's a weird thing or not, but
Yeah.
but then P won't.
The emotions
watch any
that
films.
I like to have released are like fear.
Yeah,
And not just like from horror films.
It's
From
sadistic and
I
weird.
know,
like
yeah. So like Chernobyl, you've seen Chernobyl, haven't you?
that. Yeah.
And I've got it on Blu-ray, and I've watched the series. I was talking to David the other day. I was like, I've watched it about 3 or 4 times now, like all the way through, because I really like.
I think I've watched
the
it
show.
twice.
But every time it gets to the 3rd episode where the firefighters are like falling to bits,
In the hospital.
I'm
It's
yeah,
a
the 3rd episode
horrible,
coming
horrible,
up. I'm
horrible
like,
episode.
if I'm watching the series, I've got to watch this episode. So I put it on, and my heart's just like racing, which shows you how good it is. Like,
It is a really good show. It's one of those shows where, for me, I need a mind shower.
afterwards, yeah.
Afterwards.
It really does like take it out of you.
I was talking. I can't remember. Was I talking to you about it?
Yeah,
Or was it talking to someone else?
recently you were talking about.
We were talking about like when you watch something that's
You
really
were talking
messed
about
up.
Black Mirror.
Yeah, Black Mirror. So I don't know if you guys watched Black Mirror, but it's like mind explosion. It's one of those because the episodes are not necessarily depressing, but
No,
there's-
they're just dystopian, aren't they?
yeah, and
They make you think about like.
and it makes your mind just wander to all sorts of places, and you're like, could the world change to that if AI goes further, or if social media and apps and this that do take over our lives more than they already have
Or
done.
if the
And-
country got to a point where like we're not allowed to do things like this because we can't express our opinions.
Yeah. Just
in front of other people
just
or
little
whatever.
things like that, and it's like then I don't know. I don't know about you, but I feel like I love watching it at the time because I love my mind to go to these places and that imagination. But then afterwards, I'm just like, I need to watch something funny just to like cleanse my mind. Yeah, otherwise, I just anything sad or messed up.
Yeah. I love how we got to this from me saying I'm having a dog. We got to talking about Black Mirror because I said I'm getting a dog.
ADHD. At it again.
Hello, I'm
So,
Gareth
yeah.
and I have ADHD.
Gareth's getting a dog, which is joining our pack.
Yeah.
So obviously in our pack we've already got Stan, Pablo, and obviously Bella as well. She's part.
Oh
of
yeah.
that. And now there's going to be
Pepper
Pepper.
the cockapoo.
Pepper the cockapoo, and she'll probably make numerous appearances.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she will. Yeah.
As long as she's not
yappy.
yappy.
No, she ain't gonna be happy. I won't let her be happy.
You say that now.
How do you get a yappy dog? What makes a yappy dog?
Oh, I
Is
don't
it not
know.
giving it attention or giving it too much attention?
Sometimes it can be that they're overstimulated, and they're overstimulated because they need to burn off energy. But then also a lot of the time it's a reaction.
Okay.
Like Stan doesn't bark unless he's super excited.
Like
Pablo, on the other hand, will bark at the smallest noise.
Yeah.
Anyone walks in the room, he'll start yapping.
Yeah.
Now, the difference with them two was Pablo was
The rescue.
a rescue / rehome. So, and he came from a very bad family.
I assume that's just, like you said, it was like him not defending himself, but like if
I
someone...
think it would have been like him just being startled and scared.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then the first thing he does
So now he just does
is
that all the time.
And now anyone walks in, he'll yap.
Yeah, it's like defense mode.
Yeah. He's all of a sudden, it's like he's startled, like, shit, who's here?
Yeah.
And it is a bit sad because I remember when we first got him, and he wouldn't go through doors.
Oh, okay.
So you'd open a door,
And he just
like
stands
say go outside, and it'd be like, do I go? Do I not? And I remember the vet saying at the time, like his body was like slightly like twisted, like his rib cage almost.
Oh, okay.
So it's hard to explain, but it was the way he walked. He kind of crabbed.
Like crabbed, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, the vet said it could have been that a door
He got trapped in a door.
closed on him.
Oh, that's really bad.
Yeah. So he.
That's why he's scared of going through them.
Yeah, and he doesn't have that as much now.
Yeah.
But it does stay with him.
Yeah, because
he can be a little bit.
Yeah. Well, he's obviously learned that, it's not happened to me for
Yeah.
a long time. It's
So I think that's why he is so reactive in that way. Like he's when I say reactive, a lot of reactive dogs can be reactive in terms of aggression. He's not aggressive. It's just almost self-defense.
Yeah.
So as soon as, even if we're walking him on the street and someone comes along, if someone's just walking past, nothing. But if someone like then sees him and comes over to say, "Oh, he's cute," straight away he'll start yapping at
Oh,
him.
yeah. Well, whenever I come round to yours, and as soon as I walk in the kitchen, it just yaps
Yeah,
for like 10 minutes.
and it's that high pitch.
Yeah.
And it goes through you. But at the same time, you can't get annoyed because it's almost like a defense mechanism for him. And we've tried to train it out of him, and it's slowly getting better, but
Well, it's like when he comes down here, he's obviously scared of
He
this
hates it
place.
down here.
And I wonder if that's just because of the size of it. Like, it's just a big open space.
But he was scared. See, Stan, Stan, I had him from a pup. So I said to you the other day what I did. So I bought him to work when he was a puppy at the old unit. I bought the crate along. Obviously, had him play for a little bit, get to sniff around, whatever. And then obviously, because he was crate trained, it was like straight in his crate, a couple of treats, back out and back in, repeat. And then I got him in the crate. And then that's when I was like, right, I'm going to be bringing him to work. So he needs to get used to all the loud noises. Because there's a lot of loud noises here. Hence why people probably wonder why we've always got headphones in and it's dead silent in here, bar around machines going.
The amount of people that are like, "You not got a radio?"
Yeah. We're like, it's in our ears.
There's no point in listening to it, like putting the stereo on.
Yeah, because you can't hear it.
Yeah.
Because all you hear is...
And we'd have to have headphones in to protect our ears, and we just wouldn't hear the stereo. So it's just like... I think as well,
It's just constant.
if a lot of people... If, people come in here, a lot of people come in here, and they... they're like, not sure if we're here. Because obviously, because it's silent.
Yeah, if we're like not machining and we're
So the amount of people that probably around this site probably go into other garages and there's a radio on.
Yeah,
And
so
straight
they know
away they go,
someone's there.
"Oh, someone's here." But people come in here and they're like, "Hello," and we're just working away.
We've probably lost about 50% of customers from people just walking in and being like, "Hello, hello, hello."
Yeah.
Oh, they're not open. There's no one here.
To be fair, I'm usually quite good at hearing around my headphones, whereas you're just like, "La, da, da."
I've got really good noise cancelling.
Yeah, mine's not that good. Mine's just push them in your ears, and that's the noise. That's the noise cancelling.
But yeah, because it's noisy then, going back, so we did it again. We just drifted off, so I'm going to bring it back on track. But yeah, with Stan, I got one of the machines, plugged it in,
Oh, and just like...
put it on, and then like I brought it closer.
Was he
to
just
him.
like that, like tilting his
It
head?
was just like, and then but then I keep giving him treats and kept doing it. And then obviously I got to the louder stuff. You then get to your airline,
Yeah.
the psh, I did it far away from him first, and at first he was a bit like, "Oh, what's that?" And then I think he must have barked at it first time. But then it's when I got the blower out, the
Yeah.
that, and I got that out, and it was fine.
He gets inquisitive, doesn't he? Like, he'll come up to it and be like, "What's that?" And then you
Yeah.
point at him, and he's like, "Ugh."
Oh yeah, once he has blown in his face, then he'll obviously
Yeah.
react.
But
and stuff.
it's also like, I feel like he does like it a little bit, but also doesn't. Because like he'll stand there and let you blow at
Oh,
him.
he likes it. He thinks it's playtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, he thinks it's playtime. But I think he also then thinks he's at the groomers getting dried.
Oh, okay.
Because I've tried to dry him with like a hairdryer before, and he won't have it.
Oh, okay.
He
Oh,
will
so he doesn't
not.
like that when he goes to the groomers then.
I don't- well, obviously at the groomers he'll be tied in,
Yeah.
so he's got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
So he'd be shit scared. Because I know he is terrified. You know, if we go to the,
Really?
he's terrified of going to the groomers. He hates it. It was just like him trying to get in the shower.
Yeah.
Like trying to get like he loves water.
Yeah.
Well, you know that.
Not
You've
if
seen
you're
him.
cleaning
He will
him.
jump into any body of water, and yeah. But as soon as you get, he knows.
Yeah.
I'm like, right. As soon as I grab his like wash mitt and whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's a joke thing, isn't it? For dogs, it's like they don't like wash time. They don't like being clean.
They don't. This is why they then roll around
Yeah.
in crap afterwards to get that nice smell off them.
Yeah.
Because then he'll do it. He'll just run around the house and it'll be
Do you reckon
rubbing
it's like?
himself.
Do you reckon it's the smell of like like shampoo and
I
stuff
think
is
it
like
is.
overpowering to them?
It probably
So they're
is.
just
I
like,
mean,
ah,
a
get
lot
it
of
off me,
yeah, probably. A lot of the stuff we
burning their
use-
nostrils and stuff.
I don't think it's to that point, but they're just like, oh, what's this? To them, it's disgusting.
Yeah, well, you know,
They
because
like the
they're
smell of
obviously because
shit.
their smell is like unbelievably heightened compared to ours.
Yeah.
So we probably like we put stuff in it to make them smell nice to us,
Yeah.
but to them, they're just like this is fucking horrible.
yeah, yeah. And that's why then Stan's like, rubbing himself on everything. And that's why I have to make sure like the garden door's locked so he doesn't go outside and just go all over the grass and soil and whatever. Like I don't mind him doing it if like a normal day, but after he's been washed, no.
Yeah.
No, I'm not letting you do that.
Well, was it 2 weeks? 2 weeks ago, we went on the. Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. We went for a walk, didn't we? I took Bella.
Oh, when we went to
Near, where was it?
I know it's gonna bug me now. Bakewell. It was near Bakewell.
Yeah, it was near Bakewell.
Yeah, I can't remember where it was.
But
Beautiful walk that was.
Yeah.
That was a nice one.
and Stan had just been groomed, and then straight away jumped in that like slurry pit, whatever it was. Just that in that field, there was just like a
Yeah.
bit where the cow's
Yeah.
trough had like overflowed.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Any sort of water,
Yeah.
he's in. He's straight in.
And Bella tries to. So like a couple of nights.
She'll dip her feet in and
Well, a
then
couple of nights.
sometimes-
Yeah, she won't get fully in. A couple of nights in the week when I took her for a walk on my own, there's a bit near me, and there's like this little like stream, and it is because the stream's coming off the building site near where Matt lives. So it's like clay water. So it's like just pure like orangey brown water. And she just went like, and I was like, Bella, and she went, oh, okay. But every night she ran for this stream, and I was like, ah. And she was just like, yeah, okay, sorry. So she was gonna jump in.
I don't
like only pause.
Yeah. I don't think she'll jump straight
But
in.
it was that dirty. Like she would have splashed herself, and she just
Then
got a pause
if
filthy.
if it's clay coloured, might not make a difference to her with it being
Well, yeah.
like brown. Like
I was more just worried about her getting back in my car.
gingery brown. Yeah, well,
Absolutely
there is
filthy.
that. There is that.
And then Rick being like, she's filthy.
Oh, that'd have been funny. You know what? We need to. I've spoken about it before, but we need to do like a cars and canines.
Yeah, we do. We should
Meat.
do that this summer. Like, make sure we do another meet this summer because
Yeah, 100%.
I love how we're thinking out loud now on the podcast.
I think. Well, if whoever's watching this, I think let us know feedback.
Yeah,
but
if you
we're
would-
thinking of doing like cars and canines type meet.
yeah, if you're good
because-
for that, let us know.
we've spoke about it before. Like
You don't have to
anyone-
have a dog either. Like you,
if you just like dogs.
if you like dogs.
If you
yeah.
don't like dogs, you're not welcome, obviously. And not even to that, you're just not welcome.
Why
I'm
are you
joking.
even watching?
Yeah, I'm joking. Some people don't like. Fair enough if you've got like past traumas, or whatever. Because we have been told by some people
Yeah,
that
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the reason they don't like it, which is fair enough. But
Some people just aren't bothered. I don't know many people that like.
the people that just don't like dogs out of choice aren't bothered.
Yeah. No, but what I was going to say was I don't know. There's a difference between not being like arsed and then like genuinely like not liking them. And I'm like, how could you not like them?
Yeah, not like
unless you have had like a bad experience.
That's what I mean. Unless it's trauma and whatever,
Yeah.
fair enough.
I was bit by my dog before. My brother was bit by a friend's dog on the face as well. But he's got a little scar on his face.
Oh,
Yeah. Not like the dog wasn't being aggressive. It was literally, I think my brother, he was only like 4 or 5.
yeah.
And I think he was eating and he went like that and like stroked him but quite hard. And he just turned around and like went for him. So it was just like, you can't blame the dog. And you can't really blame my brother because he was
It's a weird
just
thing
young.
with kids and dogs.
Yeah.
Because kids don't know.
Yeah, how hard to pet.
Yeah.
Well, my Connie and Willow, my nieces, their dog Arnie, they like torment him so bad. Like they're just always like, you know, when they cuddle too hard or they'll
And
like
the
grab
dog's
his
face is just
yeah,
like,
and obviously because he's a small dog as well. Poor thing, he gets abused in that house.
I do feel bad for dogs sometimes. They have to put up with a lot.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they do have an easy life. But yeah, cars and canines. Thinking out loud, I think that would be a really cool meet to do this summer. We just need to figure out kind of when, and yeah, go from there. Because like having been to that dog show that I went to, so I've gone from going from car shows back in the day to now
To
doing
dog
dog
shows.
shows. And it's quite cool, to be fair. And like I think having a mix of both
Yeah, it would be cool.
would be epic.
Because you usually get shows where dogs are invited.
Dogs, yeah,
like,
dogs are
or
welcome.
whatever.
Yeah.
But
But
to
this
have it
one, we want it to be,
Yeah.
yeah. But
And
I think it's just working out the logistics of it, because at the same time, dogs can be heavy-handed, and like when you have nice cars.
Yeah, but
But I
there's
suppose
so
it
many
just comes
dogs at
to-
car meets, so like it's more just a car meet with dogs, but the dogs are kind of the focus or one of the focuses there.
Yeah.
They're not. They don't like. I've never seen one at a car meet jump up a car or anything. Like
I think what could be cool is incorporating, if it is like cars and canines, incorporating some sort of like little shoot for someone that brings a cool car and, and their dog as well.
that could be a good idea.
Incorporate a photo
Yeah.
or something. Do you know
if you've
what I
got,
mean?
we could work with the audience on this. If they've got any ideas, like drop some comments or
Yeah, I think that could be a really cool one.
yeah.
And a good time to sell PPF as well. You know
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Clawing up on your car. PPF.
Then just
Protection
leave
film.
it in the sun and it'll fix itself.
Yeah, exactly. Self-healing film. Great stuff. We are so late to the party with paint protection film. But you know what? Better late than never. People have asked us for years, and it's just, yeah.
It's funny though, because like when we were at the old unit, like a few years ago before we left, you'd have been like, people were like, oh, what do you reckon to PPF? And you're like, nah, I wouldn't bother with it. Just get yourself like a good coating.
Yeah, you know what? I did have that thought, because...
But I to be fair, I kind of thought the same, because I just used to be like, oh, just get it repainted if it gets chipped.
Well, to be honest, I'm still kind of between the two.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those that when it comes to like detailing, I don't think you can beat the finish of paint when it's being corrected to the highest standard and coated, protected or whatever. I don't think anything beats that look. PPF does add a lot of gloss, etc., etc. But one thing I never liked back in the day was the finish of the PPF,
Yeah.
and also finishing edges and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
The fact you can see it, that's one thing that's always bugged me. But the thing is, as years have gone on, and I've noticed this with customers' cars that have been coming in, that they've had PPF done, and I'm like,
It's got better.
the finish has got better and better and better. There was still obviously the finish on the main panels, has got better, but then it was still the fact that edges could still be seen and whatnot, which I'm not a fan of. So I think it's one of those, after speaking to the guys at Pro PPF, and shout out Matt from Pro PPF, who's our contact. They're working with us for all the kind of. I just realised the lights have gone off. I did wonder why it got dark.
If it's gone dark on the camera, it's not. It's on manual as well, so it might actually have gone dark.
Time to mood lighting. Yeah, they're working with us to modify like all the designs and stuff. So it means that like it will be made for your car and modified so that we can.
And if you don't want edge, well,
it's not if the customer wants edges.
just
or not.
you don't want edges, yeah.
Yeah, we don't want edges. We want it to be as close to perfect as we can get it, without as invisible as we can get it. And obviously with PPF, I think there's a common misconception that it'll be perfect, but you always get work lines, etc., etc., under the PPF. It's clear film. You're always going to get something there. And obviously, as detailers, we're striving for perfection. And I think being a little bit OCD, that's one of the reasons I've not offered it, because it'll never be 100%, and I've never seen a 100% PPF job. There's close to, and there's some guys, and I've seen some of their work, and it is incredible. In fact, that C63 that came into storage, Tom C63, Jim White from White Details did that, and I had a good look around it, and he's done a really, really good job. But again, there's still certain things that I'd do differently. But that's not. He's done an incredible job compared to like some other jobs we've seen from other well-knowns. But won't go there. But anyway, we've put it off for ages. But like I say, working with those guys, we're trying to get it as invisible as we can, and I think. It's been going well, hasn't it? It's getting better and better and better. So, paint protection film, cars and canines, I think is on the cards. And what else? What else? Oh, obviously, this is. I mean, those who don't know, it's 1 year for us being at GNC.
No, you couldn't say then. I was like, what's he going to say?
No. I was just we never mentioned it, did we? Really?
I thought we did at the start.
Did we?
Yeah, we said thank you.
We said thank you for coming to the open day.
Oh. Yeah. It's been 1 year.
It's been 1 year.
Why we're doing this?
Being at Great Northern Classics. Now we are going to do another video, aren't we? Breaking down, kind of.
Yeah, we want to do another video in this same kind of thing. Just going through and picking our favourite moments of the YouTube videos, and I think that's.
But we'll get on to that, and we have got more plans with, like the YouTube stuff.
Oh, we've got a video coming of the.
For the
Porsche,
992,
Porsche behind us.
With the paint protection stuff. We've got a cool project on an old 1969 911.
That you would have seen.
You might actually be able to see the whale tail in the background. Can you see it?
I don't think you can. To be fair, no.
Oh. But there's a whale tail in the background, which will be going on that car, plus a few other trick bits.
And that'll be on the open day. That'll be at the open day. Sorry, in here somewhere.
You know what we should do?
What?
That car.
What?
I'm gonna dress up as Nakai.
To take the bits off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be quite good.
Yeah, that'd be funny. That'd be funny.
You don't really need to do a lot. Just put a fag in your mouth and take your glasses off.
You know what?
Because you get really small eyes as well when you take your glasses off.
That's racist.
No, I actually, it's funny you should say that. I was watching a video the other day and it was like why Asian people have smaller eyes. And it's not that they have smaller eyes. They have,
Because it's sunnier there.
yeah, basically. It's the sun. Well, it's not so much the sun. It's more the wind and the blizzards, like from when they were. Yeah, it's to protect their eyes. So that crease that we have there, they don't have that. Theirs is more like smooth, hence why it looks like their skin's kind of taut or whatever. But yeah, it's to protect them from when they were more further north, like Russia way.
Tibet.
Yeah, when they would have had to have, like you say, like there'd have been snowstorms and blizzards and things like that, and they were protecting their eyes. That's just how they that's how they developed.
Why did we never do like a did you know section from you?
I don't know. I feel like we can't now because GNC have done it.
P
with
thinks you're really smart, like the things.
And I'm not. I just
knowledge.
absorb certain things.
You just have random knowledge of things. A lot of them are just useless facts that might just. It's like you've got these random facts that you could just bring out in conversation. If like someone mentions this, you'd be like, "Oh, did you know that?"
I think, to be fair though, I think both of us don't realise, like, this sounds like really fucking narcissistic, but I think both of us don't realise how talented we are.
Talented.
Well, like,
Smart.
either talented, smart, whatever. Yeah, like just.
Yeah,
It sounds really like that does sound really narcissistic to say, but like, think what we like between us. Think like what we can do. Compared to what some people can do.
I know. I do think that sometimes because I look back and I think I was saying this to P. Like sometimes when you just get fed up of work, and you're just like, why don't I just stick to uni and get an office job? Like I was doing computer science at Nottingham Uni. I was fairly good at it, and I could program, and I could write languages, not write languages, but write in different,
code or whatever,
code and languages and whatever else. And I'm like, if I stuck to that, I could have been working for Google, doing this, doing like one of my friends, Sean. I think he went off to work for Google somewhere. There's a couple other guys that have got jobs here or there, and I think I'm here just polishing cars. But then that's not what we do, we're not just polishing. We're not just churning through valeting cars here or there.
But like, think about all the things that you do, like outside of, like wiring up all the electrics down here.
Yeah.
How many people know how to do that?
Yeah, I know. I think when it comes to kind of laborious kind of tasks, we're kind of self-taught with everything.
Oh, everything, yeah.
And
I've been to college with
certain
certain things, but like the things that I did at college, I knew before I went there. Like when I first left school, I went and did a motor vehicle course, but I never did anything with it, and I dropped out after 3 months. But before I even went there, I was working in a garage as an apprentice, and I left that after like less than a year. But still, to this day, I do everything on my cars.
Yeah.
The only thing I won't do, well, even like the big jobs, like, I've done like head gaskets and stuff. I don't know how to do stuff like that, but I just do it.
You just do it. It's all nuts and bolts, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's one of those. I remember speaking to like other detailers the other week, and
we have to get someone in to remove a wheel.
Well, it's not so much that.
No, but there are detailers out there that will have to like do that.
Oh, there is.
Naming no names, but
it's like in all honesty, I thought it. And this isn't me talking down on them because at the end of the day,
if you don't know, you don't know.
You don't. It's not even you don't know. It's having the confidence to do it.
Yeah.
It's like with this one, taking headlights out.
The headlights, yeah.
And like, someone comes
a lot of
to us
detailers
and
would just work
asks
around it or whatever.
Yeah, and we're like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Because we've spent so long,
Messing up.
so many years, taking cars apart, and it's.
And then being like, oh shit, let's just go back together.
Yeah. But over the years, you do.
Yeah, you learn.
You learn that. So you can do it like that.
And it's like you learn the obvious things as well, don't you? Like that
Yeah.
fuel cap the other day when I was taking that off, and you were like, "Oh,
Yeah.
how do you reckon this comes off?" And I was like, "Well, there's going to have to be a lever, or there's going to have to
There's
be
gonna have to be
a
something.
catch somewhere. There's
Yeah.
got to be one." And then you find it, and
Yeah.
then it's,
Well, that's the thing, and it's problem solving, and I, you know, at the time I was surprised talking to these other detailers about removing parts and whatnot, and they were like, "No, we wouldn't do that
don't do that,
because
yeah.
it's never done it."
Yeah.
But then they've probably never messed around with cars like we have.
They've just gone into the detailing industry to
Yeah.
detail, and that's it.
But I'm glad we've done that because it means that
Well, it's
Al
Yeah.
will say, could you wire up the demister
yeah.
for
Oh,
the
has he
rear
actually
window?
has he asked for that?
Yeah, he wants the seats removing, the seat bases
Yeah.
repainting, and whatever else. You've got Paul with the 911. There's like half the jobs that need doing on it aren't detailing jobs.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
is mild restoration.
Yeah.
You know, we've got bits to retrim. There's calipers to remove and
Well, there's another
refurb
things like
and-
calipers. Like when I paint calipers, I didn't get taught to paint. I just kind of picked it up. But then it's
Yeah.
like when you come to taking pads out of the rear calipers, and then you're like, oh, this has got an electric handbrake on it.
Yeah.
I won't have to get like the thing, the
Snap-on
coding thing
gear
to like
to-
retract the pads and stuff and the piston and.
So a lot of people would be like, nope. not
Yeah,
touching
I
it.
ain't touching that. What happens if I do something wrong? We're just like, well,
But
only one way to find out.
But don't worry, this is why we have insurance.
Well, yeah, this is why we have
It's
insurance.
insurance.
To be
and-
fair, we know now that what we can and can't do, and we don't. It's not like
Yeah, we know our limits.
it's not like it's not like we're doing stuff where we definitely can't do it, but we try it.
No, but there is challenge. Like sometimes we will, we'll take a challenge on, even if it's not. I'm trying to think. I'm sure there was something we took on it, and it was like, oh, we've not actually done this before, but we can give it a go. Oh, I can't remember bloody what was it.
I'm not sure. Recently,
To be honest, the 993. That was a prime example.
yeah. Well, you glued the whole carpet in and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
and obviously
something-
I didn't retrim it as such.
No,
It was
yeah. Again, that's we
retrimmed.
know we can't
But-
like use a sewing machine and,
Yeah,
and do that.
But then I have used a sewing machine, so maybe I could. But yeah, I think being self-taught is you know, people have that conception of, oh, okay, you're just a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, jack of all trades. We are a master at something, which is detailing, and we are also multi-talented.
The issue we've got is
Um,
we shouldn't, as much as we might want to do something on our own, it's probably quicker to get someone else to do it that specialises in it.
Yeah,
And more,
yeah,
and more
yeah.
profitable.
I know that is true. Sometimes it is easier.
Because even though we
just to
can
get-
do it, it'll take us 3 times as long as the person who's been doing it all their life, kind of thing.
Which is a prime example of why we get Craig to do all our mechanical stuff.
Yeah.
Like the 911 that's coming in needs calipers rebuilding, whatever. We could do it.
Yeah.
We could genuinely do it.
Yeah,
but
of course, yeah.
we're not going to
Yeah.
because
Well, it's like I said to you about window tinting yesterday. I was like, oh, I bet you could do Julian's windows on his car, but it's like, well, yeah, you probably could.
yeah. And then I said to you, but
like, what's the
it's
point?
easier
'Cause-
to just get someone else to do it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it's a skill I want to learn. I've done little bits before with window tinting, but again, just get someone else in to do that. In all honesty, my thoughts with PPF was could just get someone else in to do it. But I quite like the challenge of PPF, and I find it quite weirdly, as much as you've probably heard me swearing and getting pissed off doing it.
Yeah, but it looks worth it.
yeah. But then once you've done it, it's
Yeah.
like,
It does look really good.
but yeah.
I feel like we should probably wrap up. We just spent the last 15 minutes just bragging about how good we are.
You got to though, haven't you? You got to. We are the best.
We are the ATD vehicle appearance specialists.
You got to have a bit of confidence though.
yeah.
You know what I mean? We're
Yeah.
not braggadocious. We're not going around like, oh, we're the fucking best and this, that. No.
The thing is,
there's other people that are
This is
better
like
than us at
the
certain
last thing
things.
I'll say is like, obviously with the whole dog thing at the minute. So Soraya's been sorting out all like the paperwork side of it, like insurance, pet plans, and all that. and I hate stuff like that. I'm
Admin.
shit at it.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it. I
Yeah.
lose like all motivation to do it.
Yeah.
And she sometimes says it's weaponized incompetence, but it's not. I'm just not good at it. Like I'll just pick the first thing because it's just easier.
Easier.
But I do make up for it in like other things, like last weekend, like cleaning the whole back garden. I was like, I'll do that because I can do that. I can just get on with it. I know what I'm doing. It might be a hard day's work.
Yeah, it's knowing your
We both have, but she wouldn't do that, so she can do the things that she knows how to do.
Yeah, everyone has their there's so many things.
Their strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah. We know what our strengths are.
Yeah.
We know what our weaknesses are. But yeah,
Anyway, thank you.
but we
Thank
are
you
the
for
best
coming.
when it comes to detailing.
Oh yeah, obviously.
We're the best. But yeah, open day. Like I say, if you're watching this,
Hope you enjoyed it.
hope you enjoyed it.
If you came.
Um,
If you didn't, then the one of the coming videos, there's going to be some footage of it, and there'll probably be a reel out there of it as well.
yeah, we'll put some out. But yeah, paint protection film. Give us a shout.
Get it done.
Get it done. We'll fill you in with all the info you need, and yeah. And again, apologies that we're a little bit like, it's because we're very tired,
It's now 8:35 a.m.
and we've got that to finish, and then we've got multiple cars in storage to finish. We've
And then
got
tonight, paint this floor,
paint this floor,
clean up, replace this
Massive
strip
tidy up.
just here. I don't know if that can be
wet
seen.
back the carpet.
Wet back the carpet.
Make a list for all the cars.
We've already got a list. So.
No, I mean actually, I need to
Oh,
make
them
a
list.
list.
Yeah.
I need to sort pricing out.
All right, let's go because
I
we're
need to
just
sort
we're
goodie bags out,
waffling now.
products out. We've got a lot to do, all right?
Right, bye.
Still making time for you.
Bye.
Bye. Love you lots.